I guess my first involvement with philanthropy, if you want to call it that, was I was a Boy Scout. And of course the Boy Scouts would do things in the community and help out in various ways. So that was my first exposure to any sort of philanthropy when I was very, very young. But I think as an adult, my first exposure was when I started at then Hassenfeld Brothers. The company would make, small contributions to organizations within the city. One of the founders and CEO of the company, Merrill Hassenfeld, taught all of the employees to be philanthropic and always encouraged us to give back to the community in some way. Initially, when you didn't have any money, you coached Little League Baseball and got involved with scouts or things of that nature where you donated your time. And he always reminded us that as difficult as things may be, at times, we were still coming to work every day. We still had a job, and there were a lot of people out there who didn't. And we needed to reach out and help in any small way that we could.
When I think about the definition of a philanthropist, I think of somebody who gives their time, talent, and resources, and that is certainly what Al has done his whole life. I had the great privilege of first getting to know Al in the 80s when I worked at the University of Rhode Island, and Al is a very proud alumnus. He agreed to chair the annual fund for the college, for the university, and then went on to be the chair of the advisory council for the College of Business and was very instrumental in building that whole new college, dedicating an enormous amount of time and his own personal resources as well as Jerry's. And it's made such a huge difference to the university.
Al has been an inspirational leader for the University of Rhode Island in a whole host of ways. Not merely through his philanthropy, that's been critically important, but by his continuous engagement with the institution, by his willingness to step forward and inspire others to not only work with the University of Rhode Island, but to give to support the University of Rhode Island.
Al has been an incredible philanthropist to URI, and he's done that as a leader, as providing a challenge grant of a substantial sum that resulted in over 20 new scholarships for the College of Business, and as a quiet voice and leader on the board of the foundation, always ready to do what's asked of him and stepping up to work with fellow alumni, engage other alumni to support the university. And we're very grateful to him for all he's done for URI, and to Jerry for all her support of his work at URI. Whenever I call, she's very gracious because she knows I'm going to ask Al to do something and it might be time away from the family, and she's very good about it.
I also had the opportunity to see Al from the other side of the business, working for him at Hasbro. And Al was CEO while I was responsible for our corporate philanthropy. And I've seen his generosity and his heart, and how much he appreciates what he has and how generous he has been. Certainly I've seen him spend many days at Hasbro Children's Hospital, one of his great loves. And the difference that he has made there is incredible. He and Jerry are an outstanding team. Together they have made Rhode Island a much better place.
It's hard to find the right words that capture Al's commitment to Lifespan, the organization, and really the community. He's been a leader in Rhode Island for years. His support and stewardship of Lifespan is really largely responsible for the success the system has today. On a personal level, he's been a great mentor and advisor to me. He was the prior board chair of Lifespan, and really helped mature and develop Lifespan into the incredibly healthy healthcare system it is today.
Bradley Hospital is the world's first children's psychiatric hospital. Al has been involved with Bradley Hospital since I think around 1987, so that's almost 30 years. He has been very instrumental in Bradley's development over the years. Al has been very generous, but generous not just with his gifts, his financial gifts to the hospital, but also very generous with his experience. He has shared some of that experience and wisdom with me, and I think he has been one of the most instrumental people in Bradley's history.
I look at myself and my wife and my family, we've been very, very fortunate over the years. We looked at the community needs and always felt that healthcare and education were two areas where we wanted to focus on, because we felt that if a child was healthy and had a good education, their chances of making it in life and being able to provide for themselves was much, much greater than if they didn't have good health or they weren't well educated.